I think it's great. We always talk about it, but like none of us would be able to do any of it without every single person on the team. And I think that goes for both of us. Like we're just so thankful that we get to be a part of such a great team that like wins together, loses together, and like these awards are for every single person on the team. So I think it just says a lot for how hard we've worked since January. These awards kind of just are for the whole team and how much work we've put in.
Bergen, what was your reaction to being the first freshman setter of the year ever?
Yeah, I was really surprised by it. I didn't know that there had not been a freshman, but also just getting that award with so many other great setters in the conference. It's a big honor, and I don't really take that lightly, and I don't think any of us do. I think we really do appreciate all of the awards we get, but like Lexi said, like we couldn't do it without the team, so this isn't an individual honor. Like I have to thank my passers for all the great passes and my hitters for putting the ball down.
Bergen, you're a freshman. You've not yet been in the NCAA Tournament. Obviously, you have some teammates that have. How much do you rely on them to kind of help you through this new experience while still leading the team?
Yeah, I mean, it's new ground, and we're trying to go through it with as much grace as we can, but there's obviously going to be some things that we're new to, and so we're, like you said, we're leaning on the upperclassmen. We're helping them, or having them help us, but we've also kind of been preparing for this since January, so we're kind of just taking it one game at a time. We know that these are technically bigger games, but in our eyes, every game's a big game.
So what have you taken it one game at a time? What have you learned about Long Island so far?
They have some stuff that we're gonna have to kind of adjust to. Yeah, they have some different serves on their team. Some just kind of like they're gonna hit lower than some of the 6'7", 6'9" girls in the Big Ten. So we're just adjusting to that, getting used to that.
Lexi, what do you learn from the defensive perspective at least?
Kind of the same thing. They're not as big and physical, so we just got to be ready for kind of more scrappy volleyball, some weird plays. Just, I think as a team, a big goal is just to stay disciplined, whether it's on our offense or defense. I think that'll be a big goal for us this weekend.
Lexi, what are the things you like when you make this transition from 10 weeks of Big Ten to 2 or hopefully 3 weeks of the NCAA tournament? What do you like about this transition?
I think it's really cool just because everyone gets a clean slate. It's 0-0. It doesn't matter if you won your conference. It doesn't matter what your record is. Like everyone gets a fair shot to make it to a national championship, and the competitiveness goes up. The games get a lot more fun and a lot more pressureful, but it's what we train so hard for and what we work for every day. So I think I'm just really excited to kind of get to see that from our team because I know that we'll get after it in the tournament.
Being the overall #1 seed, that kind of puts a little bit of a target on your back. Obviously, Nebraska is a powerhouse volleyball school that already gives you a little bit of a target on your back. How do you think that that'll impact your play in the tournament this year?
I think, yeah, kind of like you said, Nebraska always has a little bit of a target on our back, and honestly, I think this team loves that. We love that pressure, the just kind of getting everyone's best shot. I think that's one of our favorite parts about the game is then we can just let our competitive spirits flow, and so I think that it's going to be a hard tournament, and all the teams are good, but we like that about volleyball.
How does this team play differently when it's at home as opposed to on the road? I mean, you get the next 2 weeks are guaranteed to be here. How does this team play differently here at Vandy?
I think just a sense of comfort. We know that we're at home. We know the surroundings, the environment, and then also just having our crowd be there for us. You don't realize how much of an impact it has until you don't have it and you're in these away gyms with away crowds and you kind of have to build your own energy. So I think that'll be super beneficial for us just because we've played a lot of games here this year and we haven't lost at home this year. So I think it'll be a huge advantage for us to just have that home crowd.
Lexi, Defensive Player of the Year, she's only 10th in digs in the conference. What does that say about the coach's respect for her and the impact she has on your team?
Yeah, I think everyone just knows you're not supposed to hit to Lexi, and our team knows that too in practice. You don't want to hit the ball to Lexi because it's getting up. So everyone has a big respect for her, and our entire team does too. And it's really cool that people are still kind of seeing that and not just pushing her away because she was lower in those statistical categories.
You've played with Harbor for a while. I mean, how proud of you to see her get named Big Ten Freshman of the Year?
Yeah, I'm really happy for her. I think she deserves all of it. She's had a huge year. She's carried a big load on this team, and she's done it with grace. And so I'm really proud of her, and I'm happy that she could get that award.
Lexi, what was your response to seeing that John was the Big Ten Coach of the Year?
Oh, I wasn't surprised. He has done amazing things for this program, and then especially this year. I think just he did so much for this younger class, and he is a huge reason that we were able to stay composed in some of those big matchups and end up turning around with a win. And so, I mean, he's a great coach. Everyone knows it, but I think what he did this year was pretty special.
Final questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.